I'm Thomas Goldkamp here with Justin Wells of Gator Country TV, and we're going to throw you a curveball today, kind of like the Furman defense did to Florida. I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but we've got really loud music on here, and I know Justin wants to do his Dominique Easley right now.
It's a dance party in the swamp. Okay, no, but seriously, we're at the swamp. The Gators just got done with a 54-32 win over Furman.
And I know we're a little exuberant here. That's kind of the mood we got from the Florida players after the game. You know, obviously you think Florida would blow out a team like Furman a lot easier than that, but you know what? They're just happy to get the win at this point.
They got the win, but it was ugly. I'm looking up the scoreboard. Florida gave up 233 yards rushing. They were Furman had 20 first downs to Florida's 19, and Furman held the ball for almost 37 minutes today. A lot of trouble with some of the looks that Furman threw at the Gators today. Will Muschamp was talking about in his post-game press conference, talking about the double slot option, the triple flex brick elephant option, or something or another. But the different looks that Furman did give the Gators some issues. They made some adjustments, but maybe a little concerning looking to Florida State next week, how Florida played.
Yeah, I mean, if you were a little confused by what we did at the beginning of the show, that's exactly how the Florida defense felt today. You know, Furman did something that Will Muschamp said they hadn't done on tape all year, and you saw it on the scoreboard. Furman goes up 22-7 really early. Florida's defense just looked totally out of sorts, you know, giving up huge runs. You know, the passing game was working great for Furman, and that's got to be a concern, you know, no matter that they threw new schemes. I mean, Florida should be a team that should be able to dominate Furman. I think that game today kind of just showed you that it's that kind of year for Florida. So going into the Florida State game, they've really got to get things fixed.
They do. They've got 1 week to kind of get all this taken care of. Certainly, there were some different looks from Furman today, but for the Paladins to just run up the middle, have the success running between the tackles that they showed, that's got to be a little concerning for the Gators. And while Florida State hasn't exactly had this awesome rushing attack this year, you know, Furman was having trouble against the likes of Georgia Southern and Elon. Florida State, they're a little better. They've got a little better talent, and I'm interested to see how the Seminoles are able to run the ball against Florida next week.
Yeah, it's going to be a really interesting matchup here in the swamp. I mean, you know, I look at two positives from today. Number one, Florida got the win, and number two, the passing game was really able to get going. John Brentley had a career-high passing day, threw for 4 touchdowns, I believe. They hit a ton of long passes. And if there's one thing that Florida State's been maybe a little susceptible to, is that they have been a little bit vulnerable to the pass this year. So I think Florida's got to build on that going forward to Florida State.
Yeah, Greg Reed, great player, but he's willing to take some risks, take some gambles in the secondary. The secondary as a whole for Florida State seems to have that kind of philosophy. So if the Gators can take advantage of that, they showed today that they can hit those big plays in the passing game. What will be interesting, Thomas, I know you kind of touched on this while we were up in the press box today, is that the Gators had some inconsistencies with the play calling in terms of the passing game. It'll be interesting to see what Charlie Weiss does differently next week in that regard.
Definitely. Signing out from the swamp, I'm Thomas Goldkamp here with Justin Wells for Gator Country TV. Be sure to stay tuned to GatorCountry.com for more post-game analysis.